Yeah, sometimes that happens.
Yeah, it happens.
So we are back, you guys. Thanks for staying tuned.
Part 2.
Now, is there any questions for Skull?
Yeah. I was gonna ask Skull. So tell us what happened to your hair. Like, why did you decide to cut your hair? Like, a lot of people have been, asking like why. You got that mean, aggressive look.
I cut my hair because a lot of people that I beat, they were copying my hairstyle. And
So you want something new, something different.
Yeah. And it was like getting hard to like take care of and stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, braids do get hard to take care of, guys.
I see.
It was actually damaging his skull because
Really?
Because it's really tight, so like it would.
So when you're in a match and when they punch you,
No, it don't hurt.
It doesn't hurt.
After a while, because you
I
get it braided so
see.
much, and we get it braided so much too. So
Okay.
like we let it like
That's it.
we'll go back to it though.
Yeah.
Just not right now.
Yeah, no. Plus, I mean, it's probably easier to, like, what's it called? More aerodynamic.
Yeah, and it's not cheap too, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, so you guys get someone else to do
Yeah,
it? You guys
yeah.
are- Oh,
yeah,
okay.
yeah. We have to go
I
to the
see.
shop for that.
Yeah.
Gotcha. I thought you were your wife.
No, we had to get it pay people
Let's
for
try
that.
it.
God.
Let's try her.
Oh, what is the number one from the live?
From the
Chad
from the co-host.
From
Yeah.
co-host Chad. Shout out to you, brother.
Chad, shout out to you.
Congratulations, man. Shua, what is the number one advice you have for Sko as a MMA Hmong fighter coming up?
Oh man.
So this is the show, actually.
All right, so my number one advice for you, Skull, if you want to continue doing this sport, and if you love it as much as I do, it's gonna be a very lonely journey. Okay, your dad will probably be on the sideline, but then when you go through everything, you're gonna be in there by yourself. You're gonna be talking to yourself a lot. You're gonna be just by yourself most of the time. So it's gonna be very lonely, but you'll always have your father's support. You'll always have your teammates' support, but they're not gonna be in there fighting with you. So that's the biggest thing, and you have to keep growing. So I'm talking about like reading, learning, and studying about yourself, and you're gonna keep going, and then you'll figure out things along the way. So the biggest thing is to know it's gonna be a lonely journey, and just keep progressing. Okay.
Yeah.
So we have another question from
Devin.
one guy, Devin. He mentioned is like, Skull, what are your plans for adulthood in the MMA world? I think you answered that earlier.
Yeah, he said he wanted to go to.
What is the plan?
Yeah, what's your plan when you
becomes an
grow up?
adult.
Yeah. So we answered that already, Devin.
So basically, Devin, he wants to go to the UFC.
Yep.
There's a lot of different routes too that we have though. Like we have a lot of options too. You know, there's a lot of things going on.
What was the name of that one kid?
If you guys don't know, like this is MMA is about to get like an Olympic recognition, so
Yeah, I was gonna ask you about that, but I didn't know
So-
if it was gonna happen or not.
yeah, it happened already. They like the guy that's like with Gamma, they're recognized already, but they got recognized through like the wrestling.
Oh, okay.
But they're able to do penetration.
Okay.
But they're gonna like set everything up to get it more like MMA,
Okay.
so that it could be in the Olympics.
I feel like that they're really recognizing MMA way too late, honestly, because like that is but they have the UFC and they bring like international fighters in, but I mean it's like on the Olympic stage. I was always wondering why is there no like UFC style competition in there. I mean we have boxing, you have your wrestling, you have all that
You
stuff.
kind of have to vote for it too, because I remember they have every single country put in a new sport, is what
Yeah.
I was told. So whenever they host it, like let's say in Japan gets to put in one sport, is what I was told.
Oh, okay.
So they get to put in like one or two sports that is their sport from their country, and then I don't know if America is putting this sport in, like MMA, or if it's another country that's putting it in. So
It's like I think it's like a bunch of them.
a bunch
They
of
all
them.
want it like
Okay.
everybody because they host a lot of events where they just go and compete.
Mm.
They already have adult worlds, too. So
Oh yeah, yeah,
Ah.
true.
yeah, so it's getting really big.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people who don't follow, they don't understand, but it's gonna get really big. Like MMA is about to blow up, man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
It's-
nobody. That's such a thing. Like nobody understands how big MMA really gets. I mean, like you guys, like I
Yeah.
said, you guys see the UFC, but do you really do they see like UFC, but do they see people like in One Champion and all
Yeah.
that stuff, or like Amazing Q and everything? Like MMA is a world-renowned thing. Just no one wants to recognize it because it gets so bloody.
Mhm.
So what?
Yeah, that's one thing that I had to put up with, because everybody always thought that it was just about beating each other up.
Yeah.
Right? You don't even, because back then you didn't even have to train to get into the cage. It was
Yeah.
just, you want to fight? Here's $50 if you jump in. I'll give you another 50, and then people would do it. And so that's why there were so many people that would go in there, and it was unsanctioned too,
Oh.
and people would get hurt.
Yeah.
Like one time we had this one guy fight, and he had a hole in his brain after the fight. They had to send him to the emergency room. So I don't know what happened to that guy.
Yeah, like what Short's saying too. Like you get lonely. It is because if you're not making money,
Yeah.
People backlash.
you're. We know guys at our gym now. Like they're trying to make it. They still got to work a job. They still got to train.
Yeah, exactly.
They got to make it to the big show.
Yeah.
And even when you make it there, you're not getting paid like
It's
that
all
too
the
unless you're a
expense.
star.
Huh? Yep.
Mhm.
I think anything combat sports
Yeah.
related, you're trying to make it up. It's like it's a big like. To everybody that wants to fight, you guys have to understand that it is a big
Yeah.
investment. Anything athletically.
Your
is
health
a
as well
big-
too.
Yeah.
Right. You have. That's why.
And school is really lucky to have you guys to support. You know.
Oh,
Yeah.
heck
all
yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes most of the time is families. You know they don't have the money or the
Oh, yeah,
expenses
I
to
know.
you know.
Let alone like
Yeah.
the support system of a team. Usually these people have like just the trainer themselves
Yeah.
as their mom, dad, nutritionist, like all that stuff. So
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
schools.
Some
very
people leave their
lucky.
family.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
That's it. Yeah.
That's true.
But like right now to the youth, not a lot of people have a youth program. They don't understand. They got it built from there too.
Right.
So like a lot of these other gyms, like they go around like, so where do you get your talent from? They're still in talent.
Mm.
They gotta find talent from a different gym. We have a youth program. So if I think about this, by the time Scofield is what, 16? Just see how deadly he's gonna be.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
For
And
sure.
that's why a lot of gyms are starting too. There's a lot of youth. There's a lot of good kids too in the U.S.
And there are a lot of like goal hungry kids too. Like they want to be in that ring.
Like right now, the youth MMA, I think it favors the grapplers
Yeah, because kids.
because there's no
you-
headshot.
Yeah, and the kid, and you would also think like kids also wrestle at home. They
Yeah.
have siblings anyway.
What happens if you guys when you guys in the match and you accidentally hit it in the head? What happens then?
You get a warning.
You get a warning.
Or like, you get a warning, but it's still you gotta control your weapons.
Okay.
Some people just get DQ if you do too much. But like the older kids, they expect you to know. That
Yeah,
you-
yeah.
Sometimes you don't get a warning, just point right away.
Skull, have you ever hit anybody in the head?
Yeah, I've hit a couple people in the head on accident.
Just by
Training.
accident, right? When you're
Yeah.
trying to aim for the chest or lower chest and then duck down and you just.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
See,
Yeah.
like
But
All accidents.
that's the thing too.
But you still get warning for that though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's
okay.
younger, but that's the thing too. Like ducking down, like people are smart.
Yeah.
They duck down on purpose, you know.
Yeah.
That
Oh
shot's
yeah,
coming.
they're playing the game.
It's a game, dude.
Yep.
It's a chess game.
It's just like for the adult MMA, you can't be grounded, right?
Yeah.
So you got to touch the ground.
Yeah, so people
that
you
they
see
can't
people
kick you.
sometimes they touch the ground on purpose.
Yeah.
Yo,
They can't because they can't get hit.
Yeah.
They play that game, you know.
There's like
But
some-
don't you get panicked for doing that too? Like so many
You
times,
do. You do.
like warnings or like, hey, you can't be doing that all the time. you
Yeah.
know?
What age does that stop at?
Well,
Like when you can actually start hitting in the head.
when you go amateur,
Yeah.
you gotta be 18.
Oh, you gotta be 18.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh.
Even if you're 17, they won't let you do it. But remember, only the U.S. Other countries are already doing it.
They let you. They just let their kids go brawl it out.
Yeah, but they wear headgear.
Yeah.
But you know, you're still getting hit in the head.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Like, there's still gonna be like it's padding, so it's probably a little bit extension to your life. But I mean, just like
So it's also your job too, and you gotta know the rules, dude. Because we got hit with a lot of curveballs too when we went to Greece. It wasn't even like
What kind of curveballs?
so. When we hosted, right, for it wasn't under Gamma. It is kind of under Gamma, but it wasn't officially, right. And so 2022, Justin Brown hosted. So when they came over, they was like, we don't do knees.
what?
Oh.
So we took away the knees. So we took away the knees, and we were training the whole year without knees. But Scofield's gym they still train because he's lucky, he's on a competition team, so he had to train with the adults all summer.
Okay.
So he went to pro practice for all of them during their pro practice time. So he was in there with them training. Yeah, Duke is gonna do his thing and teach them.
Uh-huh.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
He got a vision already. He knows what he's doing, you know. So when we got to Greece, we didn't do knees at all at any of the tournaments here. So when we got to Greece, they went, instead of doing 3 rounds, they did 2-minute rounds.
Oh.
That was one of the curveballs. They added knees. I mean, we wasn't really worried, but we knew what we could do with knees.
Right.
And then, man, what was the third one, man? I can't think of it right now. What was it called? What was the other curveball they threw at us?
During like the competition.
Yeah.
I don't really remember.
It was weird because when we got there, like they changed a bunch of stuff. So like
They changed the rules.
Like the rules.
So the rules.
a little bit, they tweak it a little bit. Instead of giving us 3 rounds, they give us 2 rounds. And if you score a 10-8, basically you win.
So how does the scoring point works? Like
It's a 10-9.
10-9?
Like
Like
off
let's-
10-9.
Oh.
So but I like it. It's better too now because you have to create damage. Damage is the number one. If you're just gonna stall and land somebody, you're not gonna get nothing.
Oh,
Even if
so-
you're on top the whole time, but if that other person comes to create damage, they're gonna win that round.
Oh, so similar to like a Muay Thai like scoring where like you can land a hit and that'll be a point, but then it's like they'll
Yeah.
count the damage as like an extra.
Yeah, so damage. Yeah, so that damage takes over. Like, oh yeah, what if I'm grappling right and I'm on top of you the whole time? Yeah, you could lay on top of me for like a minute and 30 seconds, but the next 30 seconds I get up and I keep striking you, I win that round. You don't win. You don't get ground
I see.
unless you.
That's interesting.
So it's good too, you know, like you don't stall.
Yeah.
People do stall because you gotta understand it favors the grappler.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
true.
So Chinghi, have you ever got so mad at a match and you almost stepped in there to?
No.
Have you ever had that?
I don't.
The parent moment.
Yeah.
Is there a time where you have to like scream it like, no, that's wrong, or?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
because sometimes refs they make mistakes too, you know.
Yeah.
Of course.
Because there's certain rules for these kids. They can't
Yeah.
do certain things.
Yeah.
So obviously, you know, like we have kids who we're not supposed to weight cut. There's kids who are weight cutting.
What?
Really?
Yeah.
So you gotta
Wait,
fight it.
kid?
Is that like
Wow.
illegal
I didn't
for
know that.
It is, but you know,
Oh.
Yeah.
Scofield fought a kid who was way bigger than him,
Right.
and Scofield weighed in at 75, and then we set the match limit to 85. I thought that he was just gonna. I thought he was a little bit bigger, and that it'll be okay. And Scofield hit him, but he was way bigger than he was weight cutting.
The kid is
Oh.
huge.
Yeah.
Was that the Ukrainian kid?
No,
Oh.
this is
Damn.
the kid that we fought in the cage, but still no excuses. You know, we lost both times. We rematched and we lost both. But if you go back and watch, you know, Sko did some things that was pretty great. You know.
I mean, fighting somebody that's like what?
Yeah.
10, almost 15 pounds over? Then
I would say with the weight cutting, but if you can't finish Scofield, then I don't think you're that good.
Yeah.
Because
yeah.
because if
True,
you're
that's
if you're,
true, that's
if you're
true,
really
true.
good,
If you're struggling with skull, even though you have like 10 pounds over,
like if you have all the advantage and you can't submit him, that I honestly have my own
Right.
opinion. But
Yep.
he
I'm
probably
not,
got shocked.
I'm not gonna say anything to you though. You know, like
Right.
because Scofield goes out there and he can finish kids.
Uh-huh.
All you need is one round.
yeah.
That means that must mean that dude had a bit for a kid. He must have just been leading on the ego. Then just like, oh, I got the advantage, so this is gonna be a cakewalk.
So you can see he did everything right. He used his weight when he needed to.
Yeah.
When he got like striking wise, he was gonna win that department, and he was losing that. So he was smart. He just grabbed, you know. But also, Sko could have did a lot of things too that to help him win too, though. So we go back and like we watch a lot of film. We go back and we just try
Back
to
to
fix.
the story,
Yeah.
scoring
Ooh.
board and
Do you, okay, so as a young fighter and someone that has like developed a team, what's number one thing aside from your training, like as like a habit that you would recommend for new fighters overall? Because you mentioned film watching. I think
Yeah.
that's the one thing. What would you recommend?
Trust your coaches. Trust them. They know what they're doing.
trust coaches.
Like they tell Sko too all the time. Like, hey, this is what you gotta do. They even message Sko like, hey,
Yeah.
you see this video? You gotta make your kicks count. You're not throwing just to throw.
Yeah.
And so a lot of these people are
You
just
gotta throw
throwing
and make
too.
it count.
A lot of these people are just throwing too because they come back from like a taekwondo school, right?
Yeah.
They just,
Oh, yeah.
They want the points, but they're like double kicking. But I mean, if you're smart, you know what you gotta do. But I'm not gonna give away secrets that we do. You know?
Right. That's why I made
Yeah.
it so overall general for like new fighters.
Yeah, just listen to your coaches.
Trust them.
You know, just trust them. They know what they're doing. We just happen to be at a place where we have a goat.
Right.
Right.
That's it. Like
Yep. And that matters a lot.
Yeah.
Though, because he's experienced. He's world champion several times. So
Yeah.
you definitely can trust them.
True.
There are some guys that I would definitely not trust.
Yeah.
Some gyms I would definitely not trust.
And also, you gotta
talked
go
about-
train them. You gotta go to class.
So Chinghi,
It's
so
not
there's
just. It's not just. Oh, I'm going to MMA training. No, you gotta go for everything.
Right.
Everything.
you gotta know everything when you're
Yeah,
MMA.
you gotta go to jiu-jitsu class,
Yeah.
and then when you go to MMA class, you put it all together.
Uh-huh.
So like that's why I put him in wrestling, and I had to bump him up to the middle school age,
Dang.
because we're not trying to be a great wrestler.
Try
We
to be
just
elite.
we're just trying to we need them to help us to get better at MMA.
Okay.
So his wrestling coach trains at our gym too, and he's so you guys know Ben Askren, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wrestling, yeah. So he has a gym, and it's AWA, and him and his brothers they run it.
Yep.
So they have different locations, and one of his wrestling coach, Ben recommended him to do. His name is Jordan Newman, so he fights in Bellator, and he trains. He's the wrestling coach at his location. That's why I picked him.
Okay.
I want the fighter relationship,
Yeah.
so he understand what we're trying to do.
Yep.
You know,
Oh,
this
yeah,
is,
so,
we're,
like, you-
we're not trying to wrestle to like maybe one day we go wrestle,
Like
but the
specific.
goal is to just to use this to help us. Cause those kids are amazing, man. They got motors to that. It's not like jujitsu. Jujitsu, you could be a little bit more relaxed, you know.
But wrestling, it's like.
They coming at you, and you need that pressure game.
Yeah, and like when I was doing wrestling, the cardio was crazy. It had me so tired,
Yeah.
bro.
You need strength too.
Yeah.
Because it takes a lot of strength from you too.
So he was
Yeah.
a fourth grader in the middle school class.
So he's a fourth grader, essentially, literally training with eighth graders that are close to being freshmen in high
Sixth,
school.
seventh, eighth grade.
yeah.
That's good because like
that's-
if he gets to like the high school level of like even just regular like technical wrestling,
Yeah.
I remember when I was in high school and I saw like the strength and conditioning for just the freshmen by itself. They run you, man. They
run.
you.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but you gotta last those rounds. So like,
Yeah.
and if they're coming at you and everything, and then you have to also include your striking
Yeah,
and all that
it's-
stuff. That's the best part I love about MMA. If you have so many people from different backgrounds, like fighting styles, they just lean on one. But if you have them all together,
Cause he gets
That's
tired.
nasty.
Like just the time invested. Think about this.
yes,
We have to drive to our gym, do MMA training, and then drive to the wrestling gym. And they're all not by each other. They're all 20 minutes drive.
Really?
So, and then we gotta drive 20 minutes back home. So it's a long day, man. It's a lot of work,
Yeah.
a lot of dedication too.
Yeah, that's unbelievable. Especially when you have to dedicate that much of your life
Yep.
to for school,
And I also got my other 3 kids too.
As
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
that's-
you know.
So do you ever think that like doing all this, it's taking too much on school time, or like not letting him live like a childhood?
Oh,
a
like-
ordinary
He'll let
kid?
me know. He'll let me know.
Okay.
So we on the weekends he just do whatever he wants.
Okay.
I don't try to push him too much. He will let me know. He's at a stage right now where he's bothering me to go take him to go training. Not-
Yeah. He's like, Dad, I want to go training, right?
And
Yeah.
that's he's in the right place, and he knows that like if you really want this, there's no days off. Basically,
Right.
don't be those guys where I gotta fight. I'm gonna do camp, and then after I fight, I'm gonna go for 3 months not do anything. This stress the coach and it's coaching. Hey, you gotta
You gotta
be
constantly-
ready
yeah,
all the
yeah,
time, man.
yeah.
Like, come.
that's actually kind of.
He'll let you know. These kids are really smart nowadays. They will let you know what they want to do
That's very
and what they
true.
don't want to do.
Yeah.
I think that's like another big concern for people to have when they see like young fighters. So they're just like, oh, you're not letting him be a normal kid. Well, if he wants to do it, that's the thing.
Yeah.
That's what
That
people
is
don't
him being
know.
a normal
Yeah,
kid.
Yeah.
That's what people don't know.
Yeah.
You know, like I told him, like think about this. You sacrifice, right? By the time you're like 35, and if you do good, and you make your money, you can do whatever you want.
Right.
You can do whatever you want.
Yeah, that's like it reminds me of Katie. Shout out to Katie and Wayne Lowe, their daughter.
Yeah.
They invest so much time into her, and she's freaking phenomenal
Yeah.
in jujitsu. That's such a cute
Beast.
photo with her in school. I saw like, wow, these two legends, man, right here.
Just
But we have to give it to the moms though, because they hold it down.
Nah, it's
Oh,
They
true.
hold it down,
Yeah.
They
man.
really do.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out to all the mothers
Yeah.
out there, guys.
They hold it down for you to do what you gotta do, man. It's a lot of work, dude.
It is a lot of work.
Yeah, like
Yeah. I mean, these two by themselves, I have no kids, I don't think. But
So Shanghai, there's a question for you from Lang Lee. So when is the next drop on your shirts for the next event?
Ooh.
I don't think I'm gonna make another drop this year.
Okay.
I'm gonna see how it goes. I'm gonna see how it goes because it's a lot of money too.
Yeah, a lot of expense.
A lot of expense and it's just hard, you know. Like
Yeah.
right now, like it's so hard for me just to keep promoting his shirts.
Yeah.
Because we got so much going on.
Yeah.
So it's just we'll see how it goes. But I got different ideas too for sponsors, you know.
Okay.
Okay.
Like do like a little fight poster.
Yeah.
Instead of shirts because it's just really hard right now.
Yeah.
It's a lot of time
Yeah.
for me to manage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I gotta run around too, you know.
Yeah, promo. Yeah, promo is hard. Like promoting for any event or
Yeah.
even in general, it's hard.
Mm.
It's a lot of time consuming.
Oh yeah, I mean, I completely agree. You know, I
Yeah.
I do so many things too. So
Same.
Yeah, it's a lot of work, man. It's a
Yeah.
lot of time.
you did bring some shirts, right? Chingy?
Yeah, I brought some.
Okay, so out to the viewers, if you guys want some shirts like this with Skull's face on it,
Get a
Just like
sign. Get a sign.
Still show your shirt.
shoot us a message, and we'll get you in contact with Chinghi so he can send you guys a shirt. He's gonna be in town in until when? Like
Sunday.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's gonna be in town until Sunday. He has some shirts with him, so shout out if you guys are looking to get some shirts. All right.
You know what? For promo, I do a lot of video promo. Add me on Facebook and I'll be
Yeah.
fully down to help you out.
Scofield got his own Facebook too and his own IG. So Scofield Vang for Facebook and then Scofield Vang MMA
Sure.
for IG.
Perfect. Yeah, I'd be totally down to help you guys. Me and Devin both, because me and Devin both do video stuff.
Oh yeah.
and
Hey, they do
videography.
a lot of promoting.
Yep,
Yeah,
I promote for a lot of events too, and Skull's like a young talent that like I'm seeing him right now, and I saw all the videos. I'm like, this is generational talent, is what I'm
Yeah.
seeing. That's just from my point of view, but I'm fully down to like help you guys promote.
And
I'm
for the record, Skull,
totally
tell them
down.
what you're trying to do. You're not just representing yourself, right? What are you trying to represent?
Hmong, the Hmong
Hmong.
people.
That's
Yeah,
right.
that's right.
So
Right there, you guys.
we don't try to make it our last name thing, you know.
Yeah.
You know, one of my buddies was like, "Hey man,
You represent
they ain't the veins." I was like, "Yeah, but we come from a background where a lot of people we have a lot of blood in us that it's not just veins.
Right.
So I want to make it like a whole Hmong thing, you know, like we do have some haters too, but
Oh yeah.
but we
yeah,
have more
of
lovers.
course.
So I was
Yeah.
like, you know what? At the end of the day, let's just do it like
Yep.
for us.
Yeah.
Piss off your haters so that way they have no reason to hate anymore. They'll get so tired of themselves hating on the same damn thing. Again, pardon my French. Same thing over and over again. They're just gonna be like, I got no time for this. Let me just
Yeah.
shut up and quiet.
Dude, because we're focused on what we gotta focus on. We ain't got time for you, man. But if you think you're good, come show us.
That's right.
Just come show us. Like it's easy. It's easy. Just come sign.
So Skull, when's the next training camp?
Ooh.
Soon?
I don't really have a training camp. I just like
Oh,
I just like
kind of starting something.
yes.
yeah, like I train every day. Like I don't like when I come home from school I go straight to training and like it's not like
Wow.
oh there's a big tournament coming up, oh I should train for this and then stop training and then train again. I'm not gonna do that because like you never know when there's a tournament or not and stuff. So like just keep on. I just like keep on training and like yeah.
So
and then,
how do you manage that? Like, you know how you love MMA and you know there's also educations involved, you know? So how do you do that? Like how do you do that?
for like
Just time management or like, you know, hey, you know,
When do you get your homework done?
yeah.
I have a lot of extra time to do my stuff and and I know that I had practice after school, so I was like, oh yeah, I should get this done before I go practice. And yeah, and I be
That's
getting it done.
Gets it done at school, so you don't have to do it at home.
Yeah, very dedication.
responsible kid. I was not like that.
We're gonna take a quick break. We'll be right back. You guys can still stay with us on the live. There's
That's
gonna be
very
some cameras
dedication,
and
you know. Like,
We'll be right back. All right.
Yep.